Ladies and gentlemen, the House of Rep want to pass a bill. They say any of una will not sing the new national anthem go pay 5 million. Before then, this food makes sense.
This chicken is yummy.
Oh boy, see food. My son said this chicken is yummy. When I hear see, they now only meat be this. So this is just turkey. Oh boy, I beg, una go help me. Una don't microwave una on the shop. Una not microwave on. And that Vix, their app is still working. You can download it, and then you can get it on their website. Their app is on iOS and Android. The price is pocket friendly. You can choose what you want them to make for you. They will make it for you. You can choose the time you want it delivered, and they will send it in bowls. Very cheap. Now talking me this now. The rice still there. This is just the turkey. Hey, oh Lord. Okay, that's what I was saying. As of them saying, if now we're not singing national anthem, they are passing a bill called the subversion bill. If you don't sing the national anthem, they will either arrest you and fine you 5 million naira or a prison term of 10 years. That means you go jail, or both. The idea of this bill was brought out yesterday on the floor of the House of Representatives by the Speaker of the House of Reps. His name is Tajuddin Abbas. Now he bring this bill yesterday. Since that yesterday when they bring the bill today, he never rests. Everybody they give Abbas goes to it. So let me show you the video first.
Meanwhile, the House of Representatives has proposed a bill to jail Nigerians who refuse to recite the national anthem. The bill, named the Counter-Subversion Bill 2024, aims to impose stringent penalties on Nigerians for various reasons. According to the proposed legislation, everyone and anyone found guilty of refusing to recite the national anthem shall be fined 5 million naira, face a 10-year prison sentence, or both. Anyone who destroys a national symbol or a place of worship shall be liable to the same punishment. The bill, sponsored by Speaker Tajuddin Abbas, is set for its second reading, where its general principles will be debated. The Speaker appreciates the interest Nigerians have so far shown on the bill, which relates to national security.
I am certain that the Speaker of the House, Speaker Abbas, at National Assembly Nigeria knows this for a fact. Surely he must know that his so-called counter-subversion bill, which he introduced and alleged to be in its second reading, is a silly flight of fancy that further reveals how unserious and irrelevant the lawmakers are to the Nigerian condition. I, for example, have kept my public statement and only stand and sing the real national anthem, Arise, O Compatriots, never the colonial and tribal one that he and his colleagues conspired with the president and kangarooed into law in violation of constitutional processes. Get ready to prosecute me when you pass your noxious counter-subversion bill into an act. But before then, please note that if there is any group of Nigerians that deserve a subversion act, it is you and your colleagues at the National Assembly Nigeria who consistently subvert the progress of Nigeria and our people through your legendary public misdemeanors that accumulate into bad governance. Your citizens have spoken up in unison, asking you and your colleagues in the executive and judicial arms to end bad governance in Nigeria. You obviously have still not heard the ticking chimes of time. Continue with your irrelevancies while the country totters. Continue if it pays you. Aisha Yusufu said, I will choose 20 years in prison than sing Tinubu's anthem passed by slaves, masquerading as lawmakers in the National Assembly. Meanwhile, since the blasting starts yesterday, and today, Tajuddin Abbas, the Speaker of the House of Reps, don't explain. He go explain, go tire. He said the bill, they're not the force on anybody. That's one. Secondly, Nigerians, they say the bill is targeted against some people. He said the bill is not targeted against some people. As a matter of fact, the bill is not a law yet. Now in Nigeria, how do we get a bill to be a law? When somebody moves the motion on the House of Reps, like you come, you should be a member of the House of Reps, now you can say, Mr. Speaker, I am suggesting that pure water should be 1 naira. That's called moving the motion. After you don't move the motion, the bill will go past first reading. When they don't read out for the floor of the house for the first reading, everybody will go grass. They'll go think about it. Then they will not come back for what they call the second reading. That second reading, everybody will come bring their opinion. Come after we don't think about that. This is what we had. This is what we had. They'll come with their opinion. Come. Then after they don't go through second reading, it means the house is good with it. They will now send it to the appropriate committee. Like in that house of rep now, they have what they call committee for finance. If not finance, be there go. They have what they call budget and planning. If not budget and planning, now there go. They have what they call house, committee on transportation. If not transportation, be there go. So they will send it to the appropriate committee that is supposed to handle an issue like this. Now that committee now, we now call stakeholders in the society. Men who are knowledgeable in that field come together, sit down and discuss. This thing makes sense, I mean not make sense. When they don't finish or they will not bring it back to the house for what they call a third reading. Everybody in support will say hi, those against will say nay. Once the eyes have it, they will not send it to the president. The president will not sign. The president can decide not to sign. And it will not be law. So president will come in law, it will end at the desk of the president. So talking about is saying, we never ever pass a reading. May anybody not call it to like say we force them to accept this thing. We are going to deliberate it. My question is how 300 and something members of the House of Rep sat down and their problem is to force people to sing national anthem. All these men, they smoking. I mean, how they worry them. Nigerians are complaining handbag governance. We're talking of CNG buses. The price of fuel before from beggar to Aja na 600 naira for small motor. What did they say before? So never take last year 600 naira. People when enter motor from Aja come to me yesterday for beggar paid 2,000 per seat times 4. Nobody's deliberating how life is going to be easier for Nigerians. We are complaining that our health workers are leaving Nigeria because they're not being paid well. Nobody's deliberating how we're going to pamper those guys to stay. We are complaining that light is becoming too expensive. They are putting some people in band A, some people in band B. How did we get a rule that some people are better than some people that they will get band A and some will get band B? Nobody's talking about that. Now, how we go take sing national anthem? Who knows sing that you charge them 5 million? Now, they fine. Are you people even normal in that house? For Christ's sake, we have religious worship centers in Nigeria that don't agree with singing national anthem. Or don't you guys know? Jehovah's Witness not the singing national anthem. So you will force them to sing the national anthem. Then when they talk that, they will say there's an example of things like that in Canada, in England. In Canada, do they buy 300 or something Prado for their lawmakers while people have not eaten? Because when you reach, they want to force Nigeria to do this nonsense I want now. When I go see Canada as an example. But when it comes to payment of salaries of lawmakers, nobody is using Canada and Britain as an example. For Christ's sake, you lawmakers earn more than the Prime Minister there. And I just find trouble for this country. That trouble that they find in Agosia. Don't worry, continue. According to Obi, the time is ticking. That trouble that they find, where God will show that the trouble, una no go imagine, say that we're going to create. Now they turn out against Una. Just continue. We are here.